If this is the first time you're hearing about the Book of Mormon, I am so excited for you. The Book of Mormon has been such a strength to me in my life. I just wanted to share with you an experience I had very recently with the Book of Mormon. A few days ago, I was very upset over something that happened. There were several people at a church not far from where I live who were killed because of their beliefs. And it was very difficult for me, and I felt a lot of pain and sadness. And so I turned to the Book of Mormon because I needed help and healing. And I read about a time when Jesus Christ showed himself to the people in the Book of Mormon times. And he quoted the Sermon on the Mount as he was talking to them. He said, "Yea, blessed are the poor in spirit who come unto me, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. And again, blessed are they who mourn, for they shall be comforted. And blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. And blessed are they who are pure in heart, for they shall see God." And immediately my soul was filled with light, and I felt restored. I felt so much peace and hope for the world, and I knew that it was going to be okay. And that's because when you read the Book of Mormon, it enlightens your mind and it expands your soul. Why is that? The thing that is so unique about the Book of Mormon and so powerful about it is how this ancient book was preserved. Mormon, he's the one who compiled the book. He is an ancient prophet that lived during the time of the Book of Mormon. He was told by God to compile all the history of his people into one book. And God showed him in a vision our time, the time that we are living in now. And he told Mormon, collect the stories that are going to be most useful to these people, that are going to help these people in their fight against Satan. And so those are the stories that are included in the Book of Mormon. And then the book was preserved and kept by God until it was needed in our world, which is our time. And that's why we have the Book of Mormon today. The Book of Mormon is a companion to the Bible. It's actually the story of a people who lived during the Old Testament times. Lehi and Sariah, they were living in Jerusalem in the times of the Old Testament, and then God called them to leave. And they eventually built a boat and crossed the seas and lived in the Americas. And the stories in the Book of Mormon are so inspiring and full of hope and faith. I love the story of Lehi and Sariah, the first family, that all of these stories come from their descendants. And they had a lot of trouble with their children, and it's really inspiring to see how they connected with each other and how they helped their family and the things that they learned together. There's also a story about 2,000 young soldiers and how much their mother's faith inspired them to be courageous and to believe in Jesus Christ. There's also a story about the ultimate humble servant leader. His name was King Benjamin. He taught that when you are in the service of your fellow beings, you're only in the service of your God. And lastly, the best part of the Book of Mormon, the pinnacle of the whole thing, is when Jesus Christ himself, as a resurrected being, shows himself to the people in the Book of Mormon and teaches them and loves them. He heals their sick, he gives sight to the blind, and he blesses the children. And it is so powerful to read and inspiring. It makes me think of what it's going to be like when Jesus Christ comes again to the earth and all of the amazing and wonderful miracles that are going to happen because of that. So you might be wondering, do people who read the Book of Mormon reject the Bible? That's not true. The Book of Mormon is a companion to the Bible. The subtitle of the Book of Mormon is Another Testament of Jesus Christ. As you think about the Bible, in 2 Corinthians, it talks about the law of the witnesses, which says out of the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, you can know something. So that's what the Book of Mormon is, just another witness of Jesus Christ. The Book of Mormon is also the story of the other sheep, as it talks about in the Bible. Other sheep I have which are not of this fold. This is another story of some of Jesus Christ's sheep. The Book of Mormon confirms and expands the testimony of the Bible that Jesus is the only begotten Son of God and the Savior of the world. It contains the fullness of the gospel of Jesus Christ. It talks about the nature of God and Jesus Christ and restores the fact that they are loving, a loving Father and a brother who sincerely cares about us. It talks about our plan for our life here on earth, why we are here, where we are going, and where we came from. All of these things are answered in the Book of Mormon because it contains a fullness of everything that Jesus Christ wants us to know so we can return back to Him. It helps us understand how to access God's voice in our life and gives us continuing direction for our lives. It also answers so many questions that a lot of us have. I know I have had questions like these. I've been able to find the answers in peace and comfort in the Book of Mormon. Does God know me and care about me? What is the purpose of life? Why is life so hard sometimes? How can I help my children? How can I live a happier and more abundant life? Wouldn't you love a book like that that has all of those answers? It's so cool that Jesus Christ created the Book of Mormon so we could have a guide in these days that we're in right now. I'm the mom to 5 kids, and the Book of Mormon has changed my life for the better. I've been reading the Book of Mormon since I was a little girl, but I have come to love the Book of Mormon as an adult. It's not just something that I grew up with, it's something I've come to rely on as I've gotten older. I love the Book of Mormon. It has helped me in my life. It brings me peace during hard times, and it gives me ideas of things to do to get better. And so it's such a source of joy and inspiration in my life. I'm grateful for the Book of Mormon. The thing that is so powerful and unique about this book is the promise associated with it. Anyone can read the Book of Mormon, but not everyone's life has been so positively impacted from reading it like mine has. At the end of the book, Moroni promises that if you read the book with real intent, intending to change and act on the principles, you will feel the power of the book and know that it's a real record. It's really true. These are real people, and it really testifies of Christ and brings us closer to Him. I hope you will try reading the book. I've included a link to the electronic version of it in my description below. Maybe you've never read it before. Maybe you've read it before, but it's been a long time. Or maybe you have read it before, but you don't have a habit of reading it every day. I promise if you read it every day, you will make better decisions every day. And if you want God to speak to you, open the scriptures. He is ready and willing and wants to speak to you. He has things He wants to talk to you about. Just think about some of the things I've shared in this video. Are these things that you also would like to experience in your life? Do you want more peace and more comfort, more direction? Do you want to make better decisions? Do you want to have a dedicated time each day where God can speak to you? This world is so chaotic nowadays. It's so turbulent and so busy. It's such a gift to have the Book of Mormon, where you can connect with God and His love every single day. I encourage you to try it. If you do, let me know how it goes. If you increase the amount of time you read the Book of Mormon, let me know about that and how much it positively impacts your life, because I am certain that it will. If you already know and love the Book of Mormon, can you share your favorite Book of Mormon verse down below? And if you want to hear more uplifting, Jesus-centered content like this, I have tons of it on my channel. And every week I'm coming out with new content trying to encourage people to grow closer to Jesus Christ and therefore make their lives better and in turn make the world a better place. I hope you'll follow along with me, and I will see you next week. Bye.